Student graduation is one of the most definitive predictors of a community's future innovation, entrepreneurship, and subsequent job and economic growth. In 2013, the average annual earnings for a high school graduate were $9,000 higher than a dropout. Increasing the high school graduation rate to 90% would increase the annual economic activity in the Greenville metropolitan area by $31 million and by $250 million in the state. Among 16 to 24-year-olds, high school dropouts are 6 times more likely to be incarcerated, 2.5 times more likely to be unemployed, and 3 times more likely to live in poverty. Greenville County Schools employs 4,398 teachers, which is down from 2007-2008, while student population has increased by 5,000 students in the same period. This increase has led to class sizes that have grown larger each year, affecting the teacher-to-student ratio. Greenville County Schools pays teachers above state minimum requirements, with first-year teachers with a bachelor's degree making nearly $4,000 more than the state minimum. Public school teachers in South Carolina do not belong to unions, are formally evaluated over a 3-year period, and must participate in ongoing professional development to retain their teaching certificate. In Greenville County, the majority of funding goes directly to instruction, while the district is well below the state average in administrative costs. Greenville County spends $7,591 per pupil, lower than the state average, while spending very little operational dollars to fund athletic programs. Public schools typically spend more per pupil than private schools because most private schools do not provide services for special education students, special needs or learning disabled students, or students who do not speak English as their first language, do not provide bus transportation for students, and do not have to use certified teachers. State government is the major source of funding for our public schools at 63%, with 7% coming from the federal government and 30% coming from local sources of revenue. Less than 2% of state funding for public education comes from the South Carolina Education Lottery appropriations. Public school building money cannot be spent on district operations. Property taxes on a primary residence do not pay for school operations. Most of this amount is removed from tax bills as a tax credit savings. The school board has limited ability to make up for funding gaps due to insufficient state funding and cannot assess property taxes on owner-occupied homes. And the tax rate in Greenville County is relatively low, ranking 72nd out of 83 school districts in the state. State funding for public education is complicated and not reliable. The 3 methods for funding K-12 education in South Carolina are the Education Finance Act, which sets the base student cost and is currently funded at only 77% of what the law requires. The Education Improvement Act, the most stable portion of which was lost when the legislature eliminated the sales tax on groceries in 2007, and the shift from funding education with property tax to sales tax income, which has seen a shortfall for the last 6 years of more than $100 million each year. All of these factors have left public education in South Carolina underfunded. South Carolina has the oldest school bus fleet in the nation, and the legislature last provided funding to meet its 15-year bus replacement cycle in 2008. Currently in South Carolina, nearly 50% of school buses are more than 15 years old, leading to an average of 6 breakdowns per day in Greenville County. Students and teachers in Greenville County continue to succeed in the face of these challenges. 84% of third graders are reading on grade level, compared with the state average of 79%. 36% of high school juniors and seniors are enrolled in challenging advanced placement and international baccalaureate programs. and the county's graduation rate is 82%, which is above the state average. Please join Public Education Partners in Greenville County Schools in helping to support and strengthen public education and student achievement in Greenville County. For more information, follow us on Facebook and Twitter and help make a difference for public education.